What's going on, YouTube? My name's Legendary, and today I'm gonna flip a little snag.
Oh, I'm unbeatable.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the month, and I don't mean what you think I mean. I mean PSA submission time, and this is our biggest submission yet, coming in at a whopping 50 cards. That is right, 50 cards. We have progressed each and every month, going back till July, where we sent off 11 cards, and then it was 14 cards, and then it was 29 cards, and now we're at 50, which the majority of this submission is WoTC Holos. I am sending in the rest of my WoTC Holos. I'd already sent in a good bit of them before, and I will say before we get started, I'm not going to go through each and every one of these because I usually like to look at the front and the back and be like, okay, I think this is going to get a 9 or an 8 or 10 or whatever. For the WoTC Holos, I'm expecting between a 6 and 9 rating, because if I think they would have got a 10, I would have sent them off already months ago. So I'm expecting between 6 and 9 for all the WoTC Holos. I'm just going to go through, show you each one, and then when we get to the special cards at the end that I have a story behind or something to show you, or I want to look at them closer, then we'll take a look at those. But for now, let's just get through some of these WoTC Holos here. We got a Rocks Rhydon, Giovanni Machamp, Alakazam, Ninetales, Nidoqueen, Misty Seadra, Poliwrath, Misty's Golduck, Lieutenant Surge's Fearow, which is a random card for Lieutenant Surge to have, Rocket Sneak Attack, Zapdos, base set 2, here comes Team Rocket, and Rocket Strap. And I will say, every single one of these WoTC Holos, except for one, actually except for two, it's not an original one. I mean, it is, but the ones from my original binder are unlimited. There is one first edition, and I'll get to it, and I'll stop at that one when we get there. But in case you're wondering, if you're new on this channel, first of all, hit that subscribe button. And second of all, if you're wondering where I got all these hot WoTC Holos, 3 years ago on the channel, I did a video where I opened up a briefcase full of Pokemon cards that I bought for 200 bucks at a flea market, and that's where all these cards came from. So we're going through. Here's a pre-release Dark Gyarados there, pretty nice. Dark Alakazam and Dark Pop-Up. And what I mean by WoTC Holos, I know WoTC went into the Neo and all that, but almost all these are pre-Neo cards. Actually, they are all pre-Neo cards, except one I bought from a different seller over here a couple days ago because I wanted to grade this specific card. Alright, here we go. We got the Chansey, Lieutenant Surge's Magneton. We got a Raichu. I don't know why on some of them the holo just pops way more than the others. Like, I don't know. Giovanni's Persian. Here is the first edition. Set this down right here. This is the first edition. We've got the Sabrina Trainer. And upon looking at this one in further inspection, I think it is possible for this card to get a 10 because there is no edge wear. And I don't know about the surface. The surface is the only problem. Centering, I think, is a little off on the front, though, from right to left. So I'm pretty sure this first edition Sabrina card will pull a 9. And in 6 months' time or whenever, when I get these back, there's no telling how much that card's going to be worth. That's why I'm sending all these off, because I had been holding them. I was just like, I'll just hold these. But now I think it's the time. So here we go. And we're almost there. Okay, so that's all the WoTC Holos. So majority WoTC Holos. The rest of these are various others that I'm going to go through and look at each individually. This, Kabu Rainbow Rare, my only secret rare I have pulled in the entire Sword and Shield era. I think Kabu here gets a 10, calling it. This one is a little bit interesting. It's a bit of a test for me. I want to see how these will do. This is a reverse holo common Pikachu from Evolutions. Centering is pretty off on this one. I think it's probably going to pull a 9 based on centering. The back is pretty good, though. I mean, the centering's still off, but the back is edgeware wise is pretty solid. I just want to get a little feel for this because I think these might somehow have value the way that the commons from base set are doing. Not that kind of value, but I'm thinking like $100 maybe for that eventually, if not somewhat soon in the future here. Alright, this one I'm sitting on just because I like the artwork. I don't remember what set this is from the XY era. I don't know what that is. Let me know down in the comments. It's 2015 here. It's a Gyarados with a fisherman, and it looks just dope. I like how this card looks. Pretty solid. Centering is a little off. Calling a 9 on that one, I think. This one, Tag Team GX Reshiram and Charizard. I think this one has a solid. Let me look at the back again, actually. Solid chance for a 10, actually. Solid chance for a 10. Any kind of marks, whatever you see, pretty sure they're from the case itself. I think there's a solid chance at 10, except the centering is a tiny bit off. We'll see. We'll see how well they treat it. Okay, this card is one I took a chance on, and I came up a little bit on the downside. This is a first edition for Alligator from Neo Genesis, I think. I'm not good with the Neo, the logos for Neo. Okay, so back of this card is exceptional. Centering, pretty solid. A little bit more on the top than the bottom. No edge wear. And that's what really drew me to this card. The dude had 10 pictures of this listed on eBay. I paid $200 for this one card. And unfortunately, the holo is a little more scratched than I was hoping. So I am hoping for a 9 on this one. Is it possible to pull a 9? I think so. Only when I took a really, really bright LED did I notice that there was more scratching on the holo. So I think a 9 is in the cards for this one. This is one I want for a personal collection. I'm a huge Feraligatr fan. Feraligatr is indeed my favorite Pokemon. So, first edition Neo Genesis, I think. Don't quote me on that one. I'm hoping for a 9 on this Feraligatr. So I paid $200 for that raw. Raichu GX. This came out of a Shining Legends Raichu box. This is a solid 10 right here. This is why I'm sending it off to get graded. I don't think it's that high value of a card. I like the artwork on it, but it's also a 10. That's why I'm setting it. Charizard from Evolutions. This one, I pulled from a TCG Lightning box from Walgreens out of an Evolutions pack, obviously. At first, I thought it was really, really solid, and then I took a look at this edge right here. See this edge? That is actually not from the card sleeve or the top loader. That is on the actual card, the little nicks all down the side of this. I thought it was a solid chance at a 10, and then I saw that, I'm like, damn it. Now I'm just hopeful for a 9 at this point, because it has looked like a freaking sawtooth shark got a hold of that whole entire left side there. The rest of the card is pretty good. Centering a little off, though, on the front. You can tell from bottom to top, it's a little bit off. So let's move on to the next card here. We have an Electro GX from Shiny Vault or Hidden Fates. I like this artwork. I think it's a 10. So also I'm sending that off too. I think it's a 10 as well. This is a sick promo card. I like this promo card a lot. This is from it's one of the Champions Path boxes. It's the one that's obviously got the Gengar in it as a promo card. Don't remember which one it is. I'm just not noticing the centering is pretty bad on the front from right to left. Probably not going to pull a 10 just because of that. But I don't care. I love this artwork. This artwork is amazing. I mean, this little fat little Gengar just giggling there. That's funny to me. Here we go. The only card we're sending off from my custom booster box opening, which is unfortunate how bad that went. Dark Celebi from Hidden Legends, I think. Something like that. I don't know which one this is. One of the... it's either Ruby Sapphire or Hidden Legends, I think. I'm not sure. But it's just a reverse holo rare. I think it's got a solid chance at a 10, though. 100%. I think that's a 10. And last few here are WoTC cards, but they're just commons. We've got the Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. You know, everyone's wanting these starters, blah, blah, blah. I think that one is a solid... That's a 10. That's definitely a 10 on that one. No edgeware whitening on that one. We got a Blaine's Charmander. Centering looks pretty good. As far as whitening, nothing. So we're looking at a 10 on the Blaine's Charmander as well. Of course, I wish this was first edition, but they're not. Totodile. I love Totodile. This is a first edition. I think this is Neo Genesis. It's the same. It's the one that goes with that same Feraligatr. This is one I had in the collection. You can tell there's a little like something right there, like a little bend, or not a bend, like a little nick right here. I think this one pulls a PSA 9, unfortunately. But if it is a 9, it'll go right with that first edition Feraligatr PSA 9 that we're likely going to get. And here we are, another first edition, I think, from Neo Genesis. And that is the Cyndaquil. I think Generation 2 is probably the strongest set of starters there are. I might be biased from that because Pokemon Gold is the first one I played, and there's a little tiny white nick right there. Unfortunate, of course. That is going to pull it down to a 9. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I'm excited to start getting some of these PSA returns. It should be within the next 2 months or so because, like I said, I just got the notification that in the middle of October, mid-October, they were doing the ID and research on my first set of cards from July that they had sent off. So I imagine within the next 2 months, maybe the end of the year, I will have those bad boys back. And I am excited to finally get some PSA return videos out to you guys. But if you did like this video, guys, leave a like rating down below. It helps out the channel a lot. Helps me know that you guys are into these, because honestly, the PSA submission videos are my worst performing videos. I just like to do them. I do them for myself. If you like to watch them, that's great. So let me know by leaving a like or a comment down below. But that's going to do it, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. Until next time, stay legendary.